Listen, who cares about school, man? We just lost $40 worth of pharmaceuticals.
Cha, 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 cha.
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Evertson. Today is Thursday. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. James's woo motherfucking day.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats.
Feels good. I
Yes,
couldn't have
sir.
done it without all y'all and the support that y'all give me daily.
You know,
Well,
and
thank you for the opportunity.
maybe one day the support will grow and the audience will be celebrating with you, you know? We can only
Okay.
dream. We can only dream. I mean, that's what that's just the thing. That's a part that seems fun about being a fan of a podcast is, I mean, I don't interact as much. I think sometimes I've interacted too much. You know, at a certain point, it's nice to have that problem, I think, as a podcaster, as the fans want to interact with you. But I guess we'll never know. Sorry, I don't mean to be pessimistic or whatever. Oh, my God. Sorry. I'm just, like, looking at the first note for today, and I just don't know if I really want to get into it.
Mm-hmm. We can skip.
I think these things used to get people canceled pretty quick. Because you know who I don't agree with? My father. So on this day in 1981, AIDS was reported for the first time. Dude, AIDS debuted album?
The AIDS debut album, dude.
Featuring such bangers as Ow, My Body, and I'm Too Young to Die.
Bad record. Okay.
Such bangers as Ow My Body and I'm Too Young to Die. Ugh.
Oh, God, okay.
Well, that'll get us canceled.
Oh, God, all right. Excuse me. Can you imagine that SNL commercial for a fake compilation CD?
Oh, I feel like that'd be a Mad TV one, though, for sure.
The back of your head. What is it? What's the line?
Back of your head's ridiculous.
Back of your head's ridiculous. That's right. Yeah.
Grace Kelly.
Ariel Spears.
Mm.
All right. Well, I guess we could go ahead and move on to down on this day in music history.
Oh.
On the year 2000, in the year 2001, Radiohead releases their fifth studio album, which is really a B-side from their fourth record, but Amnesiac, containing the tracks I Might Be Wrong and Morning Bell Amnesiac, also like Polk, something about Doors. It's very good. It's a very good record. It's kind of weird, but it's fun. It's fun to think that they were a rock band because that was like a thing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna like experiment because that's like actually a thing at the time." Whereas now everyone's like, "We got computers and we can whatever noises we want, and like we can tell the computer to put it at a certain BPM and really tell whatever." And these guys were just doing it with these with instruments and these keyboards and little pedals and stuff.
Okay, computer. In rainbows.
Okay, computer. All right. Well, on this day in 2007, Tiger's Army, music from regions beyond, I don't know, is released and is Jerry Finn's second to last produced album before passing from complications from what is this? What I'm gonna die of? A heart attack. Okay, gotcha. In 2008.
Yeah, I've never listened to them, but just want to give credit to Jerry Finn.
I mean, you got to start your pod. I'll be there. Did he produce that song?
You got to start your pod, I'll be there.
I'll be there. You never heard it?
Mm-mm.
I think I heard it on the radio in the 90s.
Nice. No. He could have. I don't know. I'd have to dig deep.
No, that's a different song.
That's the graduation
Yeah,
song.
that's
He did do.
That's the prom night song.
He did do the song "Am I Wrong," which was featured in the Angus film.
Great
I
great
talk
movie.
Too much to myself.
Great.
And I stand my back on my faith.
Oh yeah, I know that
It's
song
like
for sure.
sun.
I bet I could learn that one. I'll play it.
You
for
should, please. That'd melt my heart, baby.
Well, okay.
Action.
Woo! Action on this day in TV and film history. I'm sorry.
Hisbury.
Oh gosh, listen to me. I did
If
it
it
on-
too many sparkling waters.
yeah, I did it on purpose. I'm kind of dragging, guys. I'm doing fake joke, more the fakest of bits. On this day in 1987, Harry and the Hendersons. Oh, that's my John Lithgow.
That's pretty good.
Oh, O-faced John Lithgow, Dumbledore. you know?
Double D, dude.
And they already cast the kids. You see that?
I did see that.
Maybe Dumble don't.
People like are already mad that Hermione's POC.
Oh my God, I knew that was gonna be a
Yeah,
fucking thing.
Here's
What
the,
are we complaining about?
Here's the thing.
Wherever in the series
Okay.
is like, hey, this is the skin color of
But this
every
is-
fucking person.
This could be a pie shop doesn't have any pies, all right? Because obviously you have the issue of people being like she should be white, right? You have that, but then you also have the people who are like she should be white because now can you imagine whenever
Her parents are dentists.
because whenever when, that's a weird racism. That's like oh she can't be POC. Her parents are dentists. Whenever Malfoy is calling Hermione a mudblood, they feel like there's more implications there. And in my mind, I'm like, you're the most ethnocentric people I've ever met in my life. Like, you think you're defending something, and you're just reinforcing this shit over and over and over. It's a fictional fucking world. Like, I don't, like, well, hey, okay, here it really is a pie shop doesn't have any pies, okay? Because I was scrolling Reddit or whatever. I got a lurker account, right? So I can't comment and shit, but like I can look at stuff because they allow you to do that. And I'm bored. And I'm at work, because they've got a video running and stuff. But someone posted like to like a movie subreddit. Hey, the movie Downfall. You know the movie Downfall. Downfall.
Michael Douglas?
No.
No?
No.
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. That David Fincher movie from the 90s.
It is a 90s movie, but
But Downfall is about the
Falling
last...
Down, I think is actually what it's called.
Yes. Got you. Sorry. That's a Joel Schumacher film. No, Downfall is about the last, 48 hours or so in Hitler's bunker.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And it's very good. I think it's very, very good. But someone posted hey, history buffs, how accurate is Downfall? It is a movie. It is a movie.
Wait till I make Hitler and the Hendersons,
and then people
or
are gonna,
Harry Potter and Hitler and the Hendersons.
and here's the thing: is because I go and I look at the comments because I love that, James, because honestly, do it. I want it. But here's the problem. Here's these people would then be like, "This is a lie. This is a misrepresentation of history." Because that was my point. That was in my head the point. But whenever I read the comments, someone made the point or I don't remember what they said, but I don't actually remember. But someone just said if it misrepresents history, then it's a lie. It's dude, this is fiction. This is it's art.
You're at the movies, dipshit.
Yeah, this is. It just blew my mind. In my mind, it was remember The Invention of Lying, the movie?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Right, and that was these movies are basically just history documentaries that have a little bit recreations, or I don't remember exactly, but and that's what you would have to do is kind of the way that these people are talking, and I don't know. I don't understand the way people's brains work anymore. What, you think you're actually watching this movie to be told the complete truth? No, this is a artistic expression of what happened.
It's manipulating you, the viewer.
Dramatization.
Right, it's manipulating you in the sense of a piece of art. It's dramatization, right? And so it's your fucking responsibility to not.
But they don't understand that they've been manipulated by YouTube videos the same way.
Sure. No, I think you're onto something. I really think that is what it...
Or whatever they get their news source from.
Yeah, they don't understand
USRealNews.com.
They really don't understand how to differentiate history from these visuals that they've... Yeah, whether it's YouTube or Twitter or whatever. And it's really disappointing. Because
anyway,
you should just be able to say... Because, okay, one thing I liked about the movie is that Hitler did not mention the Jews once. Now, is that accurate? I don't know, but to me, it's a choice that they made to show that he doesn't even think about these people. It's not even like they didn't choose to portray him as this like unrealistic.
Just a way to get people fired up to fucking endorse whatever you want to do.
What do you mean? I missed it.
All his rhetoric was
Sure,
a way
but
to
I'm just
get
saying,
people fired up so that he could be in power.
No,
because he got rejected from everything in life before.
Sure, I'm just saying, as far as the movie goes, I feel like they made a distinct choice to say we're not going to do this over the top, perhaps too unrealistic, and therefore not believable, grounded. Like, of course, you already know what this man did, and so let's just kind of see what a portrayal more about the people around him and how delusional they were making him, he was making them. Like, it's more of an exploration of that than it is like, hey, this is like the literal devil, so let's portray him that way. That would not be as powerful and as impactful. So I'm just saying. Could you talk to someone who was in that bunker and be like, hey, did he mention the Jews once in the last 3 days of his life? And if they said yes, well, that doesn't mean it needs to be in the movie to get the point across. It's fucking a movie. It's a screenplay. It's a piece of art.
Fucking mudbloods, dude.
Well. So yeah, I'm just saying. I personally don't, and that's in what you just are joking about, and kind of to bring us back to what we were talking about. I don't make that jump in my mind,
right?
Of Draco Malfoy calling a POC a mudblood, meaning anything about race, because I'm watching a movie about wizards, and it's literally about wizards. Like, he's saying you're not a wizard. He's not saying you're not fucking white, you fucking smooth brain assholes. Anyway.
Thank you.
You got it this week, guys. I don't know if I really went on a good one last week.
No, I don't think so. I think it was pretty tame last week.
So there we go. On this day in 1987. Wow, this would have been a good Saturday for you in 1987.
Oh, yeah.
You would have taken Scoot to Harry and the Hendersons, and then you would have dropped her off, and you would have headed to a later The Untouchables with a couple brews.
That's right.
And you would have been like, "Whoa, did you see Robert De Niro blow that dude's head up with a baseball bat?"
Might have been able to light up a cigarette in the theater at the time.
Oh,
too.
you would have. You absolutely would have, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's back when they were good for you.
1992 would have been more fun, but yeah.
Oh, Patriot games, equally fun, and you could still smoke in a lot of movie
Imagine
theaters.
having a cigarette watching Harrison Ford punch someone.
Yeah. Absolutely. You drag the same time, you just hear the over exaggerated hit. Like that's the sound of like a Foley guy just like literally taking probably a baseball bat to like a piece of hanging meat or something.
Yeah, like a side of beef.
Exactly. Just go, and that's Harrison Ford punching a guy in the face.
Yeah, just doing it like an old man would try to throw a punch, like.
But it sounds like a fucking rocket. We weren't smoking cigarettes in the theaters anymore on this day in 1998. Ooh, The Truman Show. Really, one of the only movies I will emphasize you need to see. I'm not that guy about a lot of stuff.
I will make sure it happens in the near future.
It's crazy.
You still haven't watched that shit?
No.
Well,
don't do a watch.
Listen, don't rush it because you need to have the time to pay attention to it. Not like, hey, I need to watch this and I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
No, but you're absolutely right. I need to devote. That's why I don't watch a lot of movies like at home.
Makes sense.
Just like I'm
busy
not
guy.
in the mindset to
you're a busy guy
and I
or
wanna
you're
focus.
tired. I understand. Guess what?
The movie's old.
That's why I avoid so many responsibilities, is because I don't want to feel that. I want to be able to engage with things that people find much more frivolous and unproductive. And you used to be able to live your life that way, and then inflation and all that. You know what I mean?
Eggs.
Yeah, they took away having just like a regular old job, and that it may kind of be 40 hours a week, but most of the time it's like 35. You know what I mean? And those were the good old days. But people weren't wearing red hats. And if they did, it just said something like Ford.
Or pizza.
Yeah, pizza. Pizza Hut. I want a 1980s Pizza Hut hat. That sounds fun. On this day in wait a minute. We're to the next goddamn millennia. On this day in 2009, The Hangover led people to call me Fat Jesus for a couple years. Also on this day in 2009, probably a sign of the end of the good times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they still had the campaign.
No, it's true.
But
I like Land of the Lost.
No, it's not bad. It's just not as good as. I definitely was not as good as Semi-Pro, Step Brothers.
Was that Adam
Blazing
McKay?
Saddles.
Do you know?
I don't think it was.
Okay.
So that's the thing. It really wasn't like that group. Essentially, it was those people. It was a lot of those people coming together, the actors.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was like actually, like an Adam McKay. I don't even know if Will Ferrell produced it or whatever.
Right.
Might have just been
It's
an
kind of
actor.
a fun film, though.
It is.
It's a film you go and see after you've been swimming all day, and it's 4 p.m. and you just head to the movies, and you're still wet swim trunks, and you grab a Coca-Cola and a popcorn,
and you go to the
watch
back.
it, and then you go home and you go to bed.
And
And
then
had
You
a good
nailed
day.
that fucking picture, James.
You go to the back row. You're 14. Your lady's 14, and you just kind of pop. You drink. You get some pop. You get some Coca-Cola. You know what I mean?
And then you fart, but it smells bad because your butt's wet.
You ladies know
And
what I'm
it
talking
clears
about.
the whole theater out. There's like one guy that's like 13 rows below you, and he like looks up and he's like, "What?"
God damn it!
And that's your summer day right out of high school.
I never actually had that experience of popping at the movie theaters. I'm more of like a iced tea kind of guy. What about you, James? You ever pop at the movie theaters with your lady?
Yeah, I like the cherry Coke.
So you pop some cherry Coke at the movie theaters with your lady
Mm-hmm.
on the back row, or were you on the
No.
front row?
I told y'all I only had one movie theater experience like that one time.
Well, they still have Coca-Cola there, so you can go have another if you like. I think they still have the back row too. So
You know, one of my first jobs was at a prominent movie theater in town.
ooh, vague. Okay,
Um,
Good.
good.
off of Wind River Lane, over by.
Oh, right.
Chewy's.
We're not saying the name because until they pay Mike for a year of his
Mm.
subscription fee. Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Appreciate.
But it was
that.
fun, dude. It was fun times.
Listen,
good time.
I really could be the guy who, if I could make a living wage and it also wasn't so incredibly disrespected, like the movie theater at this point, I very happily could have been a guy who ran a movie theater and just like spent my downtime doing nothing. But you
That
can't.
sounds nice.
You can't make a living wage, and I'm sure I'd have to clean up human shit every now and
Ugh.
then. And that just wasn't.
Come and shit.
Yeah.
Come and shit.
Which, like, in the 90s, I just felt like the cum and shit just came off easier. It's different.
Because you were sitting on pleather, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
that's what it
seats
was.
were terrible in the 90s.
Yeah, they just knew that everything needed to be disposable, and then we found out about landfills, and we're like, all right, guess we can't.
Take this to the cum dump. Take this to the shit dump.
Oh, I got the doo-doo on me.
Take this to the stem cell research plant.
All right, well, I think we can go and get the bdays.
Okay.
All right, you know what? Definitely going to start with turning 58. Mr. Office Space himself, Ron Livingston.
Woo.
Nice.
Shout out. He was also in Boardwalk Empire. I really enjoyed his little
Oh, yeah.
his little turn there in Boardwalk Empire.
Also in a little movie called Swingers.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
correct. That's correct. I mean, he's done a bunch of shit, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I almost wish that he would have been the guy in the first couple seasons of Parks and Rec,
Oh, sure.
and maybe that character actually would have like gone a little further.
Stuck around.
Yeah. I mean, they really ran out of room for him. Like
Sure.
the other characters just showed to be so much more interesting. So I don't know that Ron Livingston could have done much with that.
Yeah.
But you never know. He's just a great presence. He's great. Oh, Band of Brothers. God, I loved him in Band of Brothers. He was
Fucking Band of fucking brothers.
Yeah, he was-
Watch it sometime.
he
Be a
was-
man.
a snarky guy, but in like a brotherhood kind of way.
Mm.
Yeah, you got
In that old school way. In
Yeah.
that I'm dry, but I'm still funny,
And then by the end
but
of
I'm
it,
here to work.
yeah, because by the end of it, you realize he's like one of the smartest guys in the room, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dreamcatcher, brah. I'm sorry. Also having a birthday, turning 47. Nick Kroll, hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
His stand-up's actually really fucking funny. His show's really fucking
Yeah.
funny. Like, yeah, just don't sleep on Nick Kroll. Obviously, he's already
Got a couple cameos in What We Do in the Shadows.
True. Him and John Mulaney's special of being two old men on Broadway is hilarious.
Mm.
You can watch that on Netflix or whatever. I don't know if I just said that, but go check it out. Doesn't want to tell us how old she is, I guess because she's still not right where she wants to be in her career, but calm down. Having a birthday today. Amanda Crew, You would know her best, I think, as Monica from Silicon Valley.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah.
the girl in Sex Drive.
Oh, was she? Dang, I never made that connection.
She's been in a couple other things too. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, but maybe not as like. I'm looking now actually, and yeah, she did a lot of stuff, but definitely not on the level of like Sex Drive was just so popular. But yeah, she eventually came back. She was in Charlie St. Cloud, right? Like I didn't see that shit with Zac Efron.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
She was in Suits, like just not shit. Sisters and Brothers. I don't even know what any of this stuff is, but she stayed busy. You know what I mean? Some straight to DVD movie, Knife Fight with Rob Lowe.
Ooh.
She was in the not good Steve Jobs movie, the one with Ashton Kutcher.
Oh yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Jobs.
And then not Jobs, and then not shortly or too soon after she was in Silicon Valley, and that actually helped her out to just be in stuff that I remember more, but I still didn't see. So anyway, all right. But
Well, speaking of Silicon, Lindsay Lohan.
Whoa.
Got a birthday.
how old is she turning? Isn't she our age? She's a little bit older.
39?
Yeah, a little bit older. She turned 39.
I like where she's at though. She looks like she's in a good place in her life, and she has babies and stuff. And she looks
Yeah,
happy, so.
as long as she's doing good, whatever she had to go through, no shame. No shame. Hollywood does some horrible things to young people, especially young women.
Mm-hmm.
And they love it. They love doing that to
Dude,
young people.
They really do.
It's
And
a
so
fucking big machine.
she was clearly a victim. Yeah, a victim of that machine. Oh, turning 63, Jeff Garland.
Oh yeah.
Very funny in Curb.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah.
Herb.
He did get kicked off Curb, though,
Mm-hmm.
for saying something. I think he made a muff joke. I don't know. Believe
When
me.
you're fucking 60, bro.
Dude, I would get kicked off of any set if they just let me say whatever I wanted. You know how funny it would be? And then they'd be like, oh, that's funny, Wes. You can't be here
Sorry, I
anymore.
was funnier than them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't take a joke that's in any way referential to, like, gender.
It's like, yeah, you can't say that, but, you know, y'all can make a whole episode about him looking like Harvey Weinstein.
Right. Doesn't make no sense. Got time for one more. What do you want to do?
R.I.P. Died on this day, 2012. Ray Bradbury.